What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Nice. Nice. What's up, chum? Long time no see, buddy. And camera guys here. This is great. First of all, we're gonna do an update in a little bit. We're gonna do some gear recycle and upgrades. We picked up a bunch of random gear from R5, and we're gonna update our tank set so that we can do some PvP today. And I'm gonna also, you're gonna get a sneak peek of some Diablo 3. I haven't played Diablo 3 in about 6 years, and I was playing it a little bit recently, and I decided to play hardcore in Diablo 3, which when you die, you lose your character and you lose your gear that was currently equipped. So I'm gonna sort of bring you into some Diablo 3 stuff and sort of show you why I think that game's cool. Good to see you guys, man. Good to see you. Been busy, super busy the last couple months, so maybe no promises, but maybe we can stream a little bit more regularly. I think right now we're gonna grind some Gauntlet to try to get up there. I need some mount gets for this, for my mount here. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd like to see some invasion too. That'd be cool. Definitely having some lag, so I don't know. For around 200 mount guts. Yeah, I like the changes in D3. I think it's pretty cool. What's up, Wookie? Hey, Wookie, we're gonna play some Diablo 3 today. Are you ready for that? what I'll Wooks, I'll try and make a video about each of the topics. I think R5, they brought in a bunch of interesting... First of all, I think any content is good content. Well, I think any content is good content. I feel like they've raised the bar pretty high, though. Like, Zero Crash currently is free to play, and it's very hard for me to keep Zero Crash updated without dipping into anything. So I don't know. I would like them to see them balance the free to play side a little bit better. As far as the Mythic fams, I think the new Mythic fam is incredible. Sadly, I'm not super updated on everything. We need to do some testing, but I have not done a bunch of farming. Yo, Nick, welcome back. So we're going to record a video in a little bit that is upgrading a Blit to T8 and then doing some PvP with it. Yeah, Meaty's a beast. I do like... I like both, actually. Console's pretty good. It's back a couple patches, though. I played console. That's actually what got me to try D3 on PC again. I played Diablo 3 like 6 years ago when it first came out, and really beat the crap out of Diablo 3. Yeah, Meaty is definitely a great meat tank, for sure. Super low maintenance. Why don't we change it up a little bit? We've got a... So you saw those smooth runs with Meaty, right? Well, let's change it up to Rombolio here. We have a +5 Rombolio. He's basically got evade and redirect in dam. But Rombolio brings like a bunch of attack, obviously. So let's see how... Let's see, it does not pay the bills. But yeah, I appreciate that. What's up, Vice? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I will do my best to try and bring some current content. I managed to get updated pretty well, and I really owe that to carries and chaos, man. SSS1 and Litharus carried me. For those of you that saw the World Boss video and the update video, that you got to see those carries firsthand. So the runs are probably a little bit quicker with Rombolio. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Now Rombolio is +5 and Meaty is +0. So we'll keep rolling Rombolio for a little while. What's up, Dark? Welcome. Yeah, I will. I'm not in a rush right now, though. I feel like they're gonna change in the next couple patches. They're gonna change the drop rate of mythics, so I'd rather not grind like a maniac. And SSS1's already got it first, so I don't need to claim like a first or anything. So. This PC is actually kind of old, and since we're going to be playing hardcore Diablo 3, the graphics are going to be turned to the lowest. I actually need to build a new PC. I want to bring you guys some World of Tanks too, which is one of my other favorites. StarCraft as well. So you could tell with Rombolio, it's very smooth. His health gets, down to around half, which, given how much TS I have for 340s, I'm not that comfortable with it. But you know what? It's making the runs a little quicker, so. What's up, Cheeky? Okay, I'm gonna turn back on animations for combat here. I could definitely go higher. I personally, yeah, let's go higher. Let's do it. I kind of prefer quick runs. I honestly want to get you guys into the Diablo 3 content. Yeah, you know what? Let's push Rombolio to the max and see where we go. Let's go up a few levels here. Hey, I'm here for you, Cheeky. Okay. Let's jump up 5 levels to 345 and see how Rombolio hangs. Yeah, I had the animations disabled, but it was a little weird. Just top 20s, probably Wookiee. Nothing too crazy. 20, 30, 50, something like that. I'd like to end up with the red pet. I'm really after mount guts. I need to get myself a mount going. What's up, Russ? Okay, so 345 was no biggie. Hammered with Rombolio. We'll switch to Meaty and see how Meaty does. Now this is a +5 Rombolio, so... I have not seen a redirect proc much at all. Oh, and a set. Alright. Now that we beat 352, let's keep going up. Hey, there is skip song. I'm kind of curious. We need 3 people to do skip song, and it'll change songs. Oh, a double Twigs of You? Are you kidding me? Yes! This is what I'm talking about. Maybe I should have been playing higher ranks all along. Did they make the drop rate go up? Oh yeah, leg drop. Oh, twice, right? Way too much, Betrayer. Way too much. Definitely a car worth. Okay, so we just ran into our first death what was that, 355 I think we're at. So we're gonna bust out the average revive pot and see what's up. Okay, so Rombolio, +5 Rombolio is definitely starting to fall off here. I think we found, what was that, 354? Okay. So let's hit 355 with Rombolio. When the green revives are on sale for gold, the gold sale, I buy a ton. Hey, welcome TKS, welcome Brazil. Yeah, Meaty's gonna crush it. Let's find the limited Rombolio, and then I'll make a little recording. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, so apparently 355 is not the limit. Let's keep going. You know what? 355 is the highest I've done. I've only bothered to go to 340s, to be honest. So we're gonna have to push it together right now. Spell, what's up, dude? Hey, Parl. Yo, yeah, I haven't, I don't know, you know, I haven't really been paying that much attention, to be honest. Alright, so we're getting up into the 260s. I really wanted to break into the 250 rank. Something like that. Let's see what we can do. So we're at 356. Here goes 357. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit here and there. I've got a little bit of free time back again, so I'm gonna go ahead and kick off some more streams, dude. And we'll probably I'm gonna be streaming some hardcore Diablo 3 too. I don't know if any of you know, but in hardcore, when you die, you lose your current equipment. So I'm gonna get into some things about Diablo 3, playing hardcore, how to play it, you know. I feel like that's the big brother to this game. This game, Bit Heroes, is also, it's kind of like a baby Diablo. That's how I look at it. But it's way more friendly to like family dads, you know, busy dads, busy moms. You can play it on the road. It's got auto. All right, we're gonna need to hit up some more tokens for sure. Family is good, man. Family is good. I can't complain at all. Kira, real life Kira, is growing fast, and so's my other daughter. It's really they're doing really good. Wife is good. We do have some pet stuff going on. Alright, so 358. Let's get to the limit and then we're going to make a live video here. Hey, Nath. It's good, man. Just happy it's Friday. Getting some early morning games on here. Uh-oh. Looks like Rombolio's having some trouble. You know what? We'll do a raffle here in a little bit. How about that? I haven't done a raffle in forever. Do I even remember how? Don't know. Let's see. Okay, it works. Cool. been a little while, guys. So we're definitely dipping into some pots here. Okay, we broke into the 250 range, which is where we wanted to be. So I think we'll just burn these other tokens here. I'm gonna do a 23-hour kick timer. So if it says 1 day in the list, I'll drop people. I may go back to 12 hours at some point though. I haven't been super active is why, so. Nate, jump in the raffle, dude. Optech, what's up, dude? How are you? Okay, let's change this to 1 token just to see how far we can get, huh? Hey, what's up, Mike? Hey, what's up, Rodrigo? Welcome. Okay. Looks like we're cracking towards the limit. I don't really know. I guess we'll find out. Matthias, what's up, dude? What's up, Malik? Welcome. Welcome, MB. It means you're gonna win, Optech. We're pushing some gauntlet here. I should update the video title, huh? All you got to do is type raffle. You do have to be a subscriber though. There's roughly, I don't know, 15 minutes left in the raffle. Okay, we're up to 365. I'm wondering how far we're gonna go here. Yeah, I'm only running one token right now too, because I kind of want to see how high we can get before we switch over to PvP. And we already kicked up into the 250 range rank-wise, so I was kind of looking for that. Yeah, we're definitely at the limit of Rumbolio here. I want to find the true limit where I start dying with pots, which is coming up close because look, he almost took it right there. 366 now. Where is Rumbolio's limit? $367. Yeah, I normally do also 5 token. I kind of just want to see how far we can go though, so let's see what we can do. And then we're gonna test Meaty versus Rombolio. Now to be fair, this is a +5 Rombolio. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think 380 might be the limit. Maybe 390. Why don't we do that? We'll open up some duels, and the most interesting duel will get a friend ad. You know, I never had much luck with Bodum, to be honest. I was pretty happy that he got combined up into Rombolio. We could also try messing around with pets too, right? Like I'm using the shield pet right now, but I have a feeling that Skull would let us push a little further because it'll drop those heal bombs. Hey, Dark Knight. I've got a little bit more free time these days, so yes, I'm going to be streaming a little bit more frequently. I'm going to mix the games up a little bit. We'll do some Bit Heroes, some Diablo 3, which I'm just sort of getting back into after 6 years. And some World of Tanks, which I happen to be, or was, pretty good at. Need to get back up to speed on World of Tanks. Maybe some StarCraft too. StarCraft would be pretty fun. I think our peak was 300 watching. I tell you what, if we can break 300, we'll give out some gift cards. Oh, all right. Rombolio took it on the chin right there. Yeah, okay. Rombolio took 2 deaths. So we're almost at the limit here. 370. So let's try 371. Let's see what we got. Now sometimes the boss just gets lucky proc, so we'll just keep pushing until we're continuously getting dead. And then we'll put in meaty. See how it goes. And we'll do a +5 Astali too. That used to be my favorite tank. Yes, you're gonna see firsthand, Parl, and that's the question we're gonna answer. Can meaty do better? We've got roughly 10 minutes in the raffle. The meaty is +0, so I have no stack meaty. The Rombolio is +5 though. Okay. 372. He's still hanging on. It actually gets announced on screen, Colin. The system picks it and I don't know, Synox. I'm kind of happy with the amount of fusions. I feel like there's way too many old raids to run. Like, we need to go and run and get bullies, right? Who the heck wants to go get a bunch of bullies, man? It's not cool. So, I don't know. Yeah, I just really don't want to run any more R1 and R2, man. Well, I added a couple things. So you can see current song, and you can also do skip song. Skip song takes 3 people. If 3 people do skip, it'll skip. What's up, Avid? Okay. We got a dead Rombolio. And the rule is we're only going to use the medium rays, okay? How about that? So we can actually see an end to this. What? I went to the bathroom and we get a new sponsor? Avid, welcome back, brother. I missed you, Avid. Run in one token just to see how far we can push. We need to switch over to PvP, and I'd rather not have to refill on tokens. Already done a couple 100 refills. Man, where is the end to this? Rombolio just keeps going. Hey, I appreciate that, Nathan. Hey, Rick. Welcome back, buddy. Man, the Jabba laugh is so good. I think exclamation Discord, right? And by the way, if you're a Bit Hero streamer, you are absolutely welcome to message me and post your streams. In the streamer Discord, so just message me. We've got some pretty good memes in here. Now you'll notice that the sounds, right? They've been folks that became a channel sponsor or Patreon sponsor. They get to pick a sound in the channel, and it calls their name anytime it's used. So if there's a special sound you want, we can do it. Hey, we've only got like a minute left on the raffle, so if you haven't entered the raffle, be sure to do it. Nice, Avid. I appreciate that, brother. We'll probably... it looks like we're going to be pushing Gauntlet here for a little bit. I'm not sure where the end of this is going to be. So, and then we need to do PvP. But I do still want to jump into some Diablo and do some hardcore. Hey, what's up, Crazy? What's up, Joker? How you doing, buddy? Hey, no worries, Crazy. Yeah, long time no see, man. Matthias, Tran, winner. Now you do have to speak up. Matthias. Nice. Congrats, buddy. And guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna add Matthias real quick. There you go, bud. And then we're gonna start another raffle. For all you guys going, oh, I wanted to win. Well, here's another chance. I'm using Rombolio right now, and we're actually going to test. Rombolio. I've switched to 23-hour right now, Tim, because I haven't been super active. So you got to break. It's got to be a 1 day offline in my menu. Maybe at some point, if I'm super streaming active, then I need the slots for the raffles, right? So then we'll switch the timer back. Yeah, it's a roughly 30-minute raffle, and okay, we're getting close to the end of this push here. Yeah, that's a good point, Optech. You have to be here to win the spot. You have to speak up. And the only thing to know too is that if you want to message me, just use Discord instead of in-game chat. I hate the in-game chat. It's really bad. I wish there was a Discord integration for Bit Heroes. Yeah, you have to be present to win. You have to say your in-game name. I'm pushing Gauntlet, and we're gonna test the difference between a +5 Rombolio and a +0 Meaty. How far can we push Gauntlet? So my raid setup is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So what I would suggest to beat the Gelvins is 2 tanks with redirect runes. So ideally you want 2 tanks. So this is the setup that I like for perfect wins all the time. I could actually have more if I replaced Wookiee with Lithoris, for example. Let's see who else is in here. Or Bashir, huh? I threw Wookiee in because he's a monster. Okay, so with Lithoris in the front, we're a little over 18,000. So what I like is 2 tanks up front, and obviously you want to have a solid bait in the back. So Terry right now is a phenomenal bait. So but today is not sure what pets folks are running. Yeah, everybody's running damage pet for PvP right now. So let's do a little R5 real fast. I'm not sure, Urban. Hey, Satma, I appreciate it, buddy. Welcome back, man. Yeah, that's right, Parl. The Galvins, they go random. So what you really want is two redirects. I for safety just put two tanks up front, so that way if one tank goes down, the next tank is in front, and then a good bait in the back, and two solid DPS in the middle. The other thing to always remember with all of this content, even the world boss, you want to make sure that you've got a good mix of shield pets and healing pets in the party, half and half. And one good gauge of whether you have enough healing or enough shield is is everybody always at full health but no shield? Then you don't have enough shield. Is everybody always at half health? Then you probably don't have enough health. You don't have enough healing pets. So remember that. That can be a really good gauge to like unlocking harder content is the pet mix. People forget that sometimes, and it is hard because people, like Friday right now, everybody's running damage pets, so and it's hard to it's honestly hard to get people to switch pets, So I would really love it if they introduced the ability to save gear profiles in Bit Heroes so that my people on my friends list could choose the different gear profiles when they put me in the team. So like I could save a DPS heal pet, DPS shield pet, tank, and then you could pick what you wanted me to run when you chose me. That would make such a big difference. Because right now, Fridays, you pretty much cannot run any, and you can't run any content on Fridays, right? Because everybody runs weird gear and stuff. So like that would fix it, right? But I also think that they could make it a gem wall. Like they love gem walls, right? So let's make it, if you want to unlock one profile, it's one saved profile, it's 500 gems. If you want to unlock two, it's 1,000. 3, 2,000. Just keep going up. Multiply it each time you go. 10,000 gems, whatever. Today we're going to push some PvP once we hit the limit of Gauntlet here. Man, I just want the feature, so I'm trying to come up with an incentivization to get them to build it, right? Like if there's revenue, maybe they'll build it. You guys will see. Hey, welcome Blacks. You'll see when I have to change gear. It literally takes me like 3 minutes to change gear. Okay, right now we're seeing how far up we can go with Rombolio in Gauntlet. I would say the most annoying boss is probably SSS1. I don't know if you guys have run into him yet in this, but it's pretty cool, man. I would love to be a boss in Gauntlet. That would be super cool. I'm not sure, Matthias. we're gonna switch over to some hardcore Diablo 3. Now, for those of you that don't know what hardcore means that when you die, your gear is lost. But you can remake your account, and there's a stash in the game, so you can get back to your equipment. So, kind of the method to the madness with hardcore is that you keep your last gear before your last upgrade in your stash. That way, when you die, you can just switch to your last gear. Now, the other method to the madness that I follow is I have a specific set of gear for pushing hard content, and I save that. That's like my best gear, and I save that gear in the stash for when I push the content. That way, if I die to like random trash mobs, I didn't lose all my best gear. So, I don't know, I really find that hardcore brings a level of stress and importance to the gameplay, and I don't know, it's fun. Wallcom +5 is really great. I have not taken the time to do him yet to +5. Although I need to, because the next Mythic Fam is I'm gonna need 8 of him. Yeah, Weembo does feel better, Parl. That's been my experience too. It's why I still run Weembo. Wow, a lot of people don't own Diablo 3. Interesting. It's pretty reasonably priced, and there's no paid content in it at all. Well, that's not true. There's like the deluxe edition or whatever where you can get a pet, but there's no pay to play at all. Oh, we got a leg drop. Someone want to do the command? Nice, yeah, that's it. My favorite class in yeah, that's a good idea. Like that. I personally like Crusader right now. It's got a really ridiculously easy playstyle for me, and it's really strong, and I like to get in the mix. I like tanky classes. So Crusader this season happens to be a DPS mage, pretty much. Like ridiculously tanky, does damage by spending Wraith. It's resource. It's a pretty OP class, and it's really strong. It pushes well. It plays solo well. So from a class perspective, I would definitely say Crusader right now is my favorite. But from an ease of play style, I would say multi-shot Death Hunter. Is it Death Hunter? Yes, the raffle's going right now. You've got around 10 minutes. Man, is there an end to this? I don't know. We keep going and going. Now, the challenge for me with Diablo 3 on hardcore is going to be that I can't even look at chat. It's a super busy... Demon Hunter, thank you. It's a super busy game. And if I die, I lose my equipment, my currently equipped equipment, so... I haven't, crazy. That sounds interesting. Hey, welcome, Aesthetic. Yes, I'm currently playing on PC, but I do have it on Xbox too, also. Hey, Ninja, how are you, buddy? The Xbox, the newest one, the 4K game, whatever, and even PS4, they're amazing because for the price you get an incredible gaming machine. It's super hard to build a good game computer, a good game PC, for less than the price of the latest PS4 or Xbox. Just the video card alone is going to be $500 in a top of the line or more. So console is great for budget gaming. And even more budget would be an Android phone. I appreciate that, Ninja. Good to see you too, buddy. This PC is pretty crappy. It's old, but I tell you what, have a look at this Intel processor. Oh! Kira's down. Oh, Rombolio's down, and I'm only going to use the average revives on auto. And let's see what our limitations are. Okay, we might be getting close. Apparently, Spear Boss is getting to us. Okay, so a ton of people don't have Diablo 3. Why don't we do a quickie? Let me boot up Diablo 3 really fast while we're running, just so I can run you through what it looks like while we're running Gauntlet in the background to find the limit. Once we find the limit on Diablo 3, or excuse me, on Bit Heroes Gauntlet, what we're going to do is we're going to make a recording, and we're going to record the difference between Meaty and Rombolio. Yeah, Diablo 2 was great. I played Diablo 1 way back when, and then played Diablo 2, and that game was phenomenal. And then obviously StarCraft was great too. So I'm gonna lose chat here, and let me get my user and password put in here really quick. So for some folks that haven't seen Diablo 3 lately, basically you'll notice a couple things are going on. First of all, there's a couple new classes. There's a couple new game modes. So not to get too confusing, but basically campaign is where you play the story and you find out about the story. Adventure lets you run rifts and just run around killing stuff. And then challenge rifts lets you fight as someone else's build to see if you can beat the time, and the top times get rewards. So pretty much I play an adventure. You change the difficulty. I'm playing on the highest difficulty. I'm gonna drop it down to Torment 6 just so I don't die while we're messing around. And then you just click start game. Now, the thing to know about hardcore, when you make your character and you choose hardcore, death is permanent. So the currently equipped gear gets lost. And for anybody that's played EVE Online where you're flying spaceships and your ship is lost and you need to get a new ship when you start again, it's just like that. What you want to do is save your current gear upgrades in the stash. So if you'll notice, if I go to the stash, which is basically your multi-character storehouse of your equipment, you'll notice what I've got I've got a specific build that I'm playing, and my you'll notice that my stash is like a storeroom of equipment, so that when I die, if I die, I can just come into the storeroom and put on my next set of gear. So it takes away a lot of the anxiety, and you'll notice like I've got quite a few of each pieces of this specific type of equipment that I want in the stash. So I can just jump back in. Now, one of the most pains in the butt things is the legendary gems to upgrade. So for me, I hadn't played this in 6 years. I played it super ridiculously hardcore when it first came out. And then I stopped playing for the last 5 years, mainly to raise my kid, and now my first kid's 5 and next one's almost 3, so I'm back to the point where I can play a little bit of games. So the main differences that have come back in to the game are these legendary gems, and the legendary gems come from rifts, and in each town there's this obelisk and you could pick a rift. Well, you get the keys to fight the greater rifts from the Nephilim rifts, and the greater rifts is where you get these gems. Now, if you notice this gem, for example, on this ring here, Moratorium, it's got 35% of all damage taken is instead staggered and dealt to you over 5 seconds. Bane of the Trapped, increased damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects. So there's a bunch of really, really interesting gems. Let's do a quickie. While we're running in the background, some Gauntlet. Let's do a quickie run, a Nephilim run. Now keep in mind this is hardcore, so if I die, I lose my equipment, okay? And I am lagging a little bit. So actually, let me kill Discord. Now you'll notice with the build that I'm running right now, I basically need to constantly keep up Akarat's Champion. Akarat's Champion increases my defense quite a bit, and I'm actually having a Wraith issue. Notice that my Wraith is low. So what I find really fascinating about this game is all the different combinations of gear that you can put together and things you can do to really maximize your character and your particular playstyle. There's, I don't know, potentially billions of combinations of gear. So it's super interesting. And you'll notice as I'm running around, I'm constantly casting Condemn. And what Condemn does is it makes an explosion, and if you go into your skills, this is where you set your skills. So Condemn makes a massive explosion. Well, you augment your skills up here with a rune, and the runes just unlock at a certain level. Condemn, I like the vacuum rune. So what it does is as the explosion charges up, it sucks in enemies. And the closer it is to exploding, the more enemies it sucks in. So you'll notice what happens is as I'm running around, I'm constantly casting Condemn. It's pretty much like I'm button mashing it, right? And you'll notice as I get into like a big group of enemies, they're like getting sucked towards me. Well, now keep in mind, what's really interesting about that is that you can, that's what's considered to be a movement impairing effect when they get sucked in, right? So a movement impairing effect. Now, what can we do with that? There's a bunch of gems and stuff that lets us, and abilities that lets us augment movement impairing effects. So if we notice, I'm running Bane of the Trapped. And what does Bane of the Trapped do in my gem slot over here? It increases damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects by 26%. And I can keep upgrading that gem. Notice it's rank 39. So that right there gives me more damage when I'm using vacuum on the rune. Now you kind of see as you get into all these different things you can do with the gems and the runes and everything else, why this game is just ridiculously fascinating. So we have a raffle winner, Mr. Smartass K5, won a Kiraz slot. So that was my 30-second review of Diablo. Now, for those of you that are interested in more of that, I'm going to be doing some Diablo streams. So Mr. Smartass needs to reply with his in-game name to claim his win here. Justin, congrats, bud. And we'll kick off another raffle. Well, guess what, Ninja? You guys got another chance. Stassin, what's up, brother? Now, what did you guys think about that, about the Diablo? Was that interesting? Yeah, I hear that. I hear that, Kaz. I would say one of the reasons I do really, really like Diablo 3 is it's perfectly even. There's no play to win features whatsoever. Like, you want to grind, you grind. And it's all luck. Yeah, I was originally trying to find the end of where we could push with Rombolio and make a video, but I think you're right. We need to bust out. let me burn off the last of my gauntlet. Name of this song. Bounce House, Silent Partner. These are YouTube songs. This is on my favorites list, so you'll find that when I'm recording videos, this is one of the ones that I'm playing. Yeah, so Mike, this is probably one of my more favorite songs. It's in a playlist of 3 songs. And any of the videos that I do record, that's one of the songs in the background. Yeah, the old sounds work. Oh, Ninja, appreciate it, brother. Guess what? Ninja's gonna make it rain 1,000 coins on you guys. Okay. We're currently at rank 200 in Gauntlet, which I think is fine. We're gonna pick up 200 mount guts. Let's take a quickie look at our mount guts real fast. And we're at 600 mount guts. I've got an amazing tank pet. Perfect damage reduction, perfect health. Honestly, this game wants me to be a tank. But guess what? I'm playing a DPS, and I have a damage reduced pet. Super annoying. But I need a ton of mount guts to unlock the TS. I'll definitely be in the top 5 of TS leaderboard once I get my dang pet updated. But I don't plan on playing tank right now, so I'm on the fence. I'm thinking about storing up the mount guts, rolling another leg pet, and then upgrading that one. So I think we need to switch to some PvP. Now what that really means is that I need to change gear. So, does somebody have a timer? It's 11:21 Pacific. Let's see how many minutes it takes me to change my equipment over to my PvP set. Actually, before that, what we're gonna do is record a video of some tank upgrades. Actually, nah. Let's skip it. Let's skip it. We'll keep it live. All right. So, well, yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna have to turn off all the overlays. Chat's the only one the overlay that'll stay up. Okay. And here comes YouTube Best. What's up, guys? So we are about to exchange some legs and some sets that we've gotten from running R5, and we're gonna do some upgrades to some gear, and we're going to upgrade. We're actually gonna take our tank gear from T7 to T8, and we're going to run the Oblit set at T8, and that's going to be our new bait set. It's also going to be our push set for pushing the later content. It's going to be our PvP set too. So we'll go ahead and get into the exchange here and set our filters. Now, we do have, I do need to just double check. We need to keep one of the sets. I've got a fully upgraded ring already, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're definitely gonna run a whole lot more R5. So I'm gonna drop all the rings. We're only gonna drop one neck though. And our goal at the end of this is to upgrade, to reforge our gear to T8, and then go do some PvP and some T8 gear. So I'm picking out all the legs, the T8 legs, so that we can unlock some mats here. That gave us a few luminous stones. That should be enough to do some reforging. Now let's go ahead and go in and notice that a couple of our pieces are still locked. So we've got the offhand, the head. It looks like the body is still locked. So let's pick body real fast. And here we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this up. We're gonna go ahead and reforge from T7 to T8. And in theory, we've got enough mats to hit a couple upgrades. Now we do have a live raffle running for a Kira friend slot, and there's around 20 minutes left. Cool, so we just so we just finished upgrading the set, and I just realized I'm firing off everyone's notifications. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what our stats look like when we equip this T8 gear. Now notice that I've also got an empty T7 as well, and the whole point of saving these empties is so that we can PvP with lower TS. Okay, so we've got a 2% chance to absorb from the Nightwalker set. We've got oh, I just equipped a wrong piece here. Our neck. There we go. Now, one thing I'm noticing here is I would like a little bit more balance. My attack is a little low. I think I'm currently at 2300 TS. That's a little low, and I'd like over 1000 attack for a tank for PvP. And we're also going to run the leg pumpkin, which is fun to watch because it basically murders the enemy team. It hits the entire team for a good chunk of health on all moves. So I'm looking now to get up some attack. So I'm sort of thinking about what I want to do. I really wish what they would do with all these sets is make a balance. A balance stat? Let's see. Did they do it with this one? Oh yes, they did. Sweet. Nice. Nice. Okay. I prefer balance stats where I can get it, because then I can switch to any gear that I want, you know, or tweak my gear around really easily without having to think about which piece is on speed, which piece is on health, type of thing. Okay, let's check ourselves out. Still doing okay. Speed is a little high. We'll put on trophy for the damage reduce. We also need to change all of our runes over to damage reduce too. I've had the worst luck with runes, tell you what. What's our TS at now? 25. We could still take another 200. I think what we'll do is hit one of these with an attack. See where our stats sit right now. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's maybe hit the next one with health, huh? Let me just double check. Okay, so this one's on speed on all my gear. Let's find one where we hit it with health. Looks like we really don't have one. Let's run it like this right now and see what we got. So we hit the runes, now we need to do the enchants. And the enchants that I'm after are damage reduct. I'm really after 1% damage reduce on all slots. Oh, you know what we get to do? We get to roll a couple more trees together. Let's roll some trees. No, not those kind of trees. Okay, so we got damage reduct on all, right? We picked up 2 trees in our whoa, we got 4. Okay. So let's roll some trees. Maybe we got a couple 1% damage reduce, either that or 1 and 1. I'm not so much worried about the TS. Nice. 0.9. Really? Love it, dude. Love it. Okay, so that's gonna go on. This game wants him to be a tank, man. Speed and dual strike. I would take that, but that's a lot of health. I'm gonna leave that one as it sits for right now. Okay, this one sucks. Let's re-roll that. One more roll and it's going in the dumpster. 1% damage reduce. I can't say no to that, but I'm gonna re-roll it anyway, or destroy it anyway. We gotta have 2 stats. Damage and evade, come on. One more roll and trash cannon it. Block and health? I'll leave it. I'll leave it as is. Okay, so we did pick up an enchant. Let's see, I know we got a 0.9 damage reduction here. Block and damage. Block and damage. Block and damage. Deflect and damage. There's an evade. We actually got some pretty nice... Oh, here we go. Damage and empower. We want to switch this one for the health. Health and damage reduct. There we go. I'm just looking for any that have attack type stats. Get rid of those. Now, how long did that take, guys? Can we please get some gear profiles? Saved gear profiles right up here would allow us the opportunity to save gear, being enchants, our stat rolls, our runes, our gear selections, and save them to profiles. We would unlock them with gems and or some form of new unlock in the game. We really need saved gear profiles. Please. Please. Jupio, if you're listening, please. Okay, now let's get into some PvP. So we've got 8 masters. So what we're gonna run right now is 8 plus 5 masters and 1 plus 5 Wimbo. So kinda gnarly. Kinda gnarly. Let's see what we can do. $250. I don't really care. I just want to secure some mount guts, and then we're gonna go play some Diablo. Okay, so I'm definitely, I know, right? I'm definitely losing some, I'm losing my Wimbo, and I think it's because it's attack weakest. So, do we want to flip Wimbo for Wallcom? I don't know, man. I really like my +5 Wimbo. I've only got a +0 Wallcom we could throw in there. As far as healing goes, I really like my Wimbo on auto. Now, when you see the whole team get hit for 500 to 1,000, that's coming from the pet. It's coming from this pumpkin. I freaking love playing tank with this pet on. Gold coin. Hey, later, Vice. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, baiting with pumpkin would be pretty interesting too, actually. Yeah. But usually when I'm baiting, I'm just freaking praying that I live, you know? So any edge that I could get when baiting. But that would be pretty interesting. There's about 5 minutes left in the raffle. It's only one coin. Nice, Joker. Well, you'll probably miss some of the Diablo 3 stream. What I'm going to actually do when we switch streams is actually stop the stream and then restart it with a different title. Later, Pearl. I keep trying to use potions with the auto pause. It's just habit. That auto pause feature was really a nice add. I like it. The raffle's only got a minute or so. Meaty's a good choice for tank on a 5v5 here. Oh, add me, Rake, add me is a filtered term. So if you say that, it'll time you out for a little bit. To do raffle, you just do exclamation raffle. I wonder if there's going to be invasion this week. I'd really like to make one more master. This is Walcom. Walcom. I can pull him up next fight. Welcome's pretty cool. He heals pretty well. I would say he is an upgrade. Definitely he is an upgrade for Weembo. I just happen to have 7 Weembos, so kind of partial to Weembo right now. I've only made 1 Welcome, and he is a little bit harder to make a lot of, so definitely a good healer, good DPS too. Right now he's playing bait. Yeah, I guarantee SSS is going to go far in Invasion, that's for sure. Nice, Quiet. Yeah, Weembo's incredible. I really like his auto. He's a really good healing. Really good healer on auto. Nice. At one point, if we found anybody in the stream, if we see anybody in the stream, we're gonna give out a gold coin bonus.
Bueller.
Zephlon,
Bueller.
winner of the raffle.
Bueller.
Zephlon. Zephlon, you have to be here to claim your prize. Congrats, bud. Let's get you added. Nice. You're making good progress, dude. Yeah, Kenny, that's cool. It actually is it's my daughter's name, without the Z. Gold coin. Probably not much longer on PvP. We're gonna burn these tickets, and then move on here. delete. The new pet from PvP is a little bit limited in my opinion. I think it's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit limited. I think it would be really cool to mix with the new set that has absorb and damage reduced based on having shield, and to use it as bait potentially. I think that's where it could shine as a bait. I don't know though. All right, let's see if anybody in the room here is in the PvP list, and then we'll give a gold coin bonus if you're here. I gotta say, I love this 16x speed for the ability to burn tickets. Ooh, this one's gonna be close. Oh, all right. Yeah, we almost lost that one, huh? Gold coin. I'd definitely like to get into the epic pet, the red pet, so we may need to push a little bit here. Pretty decent on the gold coins, I think. Definitely not God, Eve. Definitely not. Eve, the reason I'm winning a lot right now is I've reduced my TS quite a bit. So for some of the newer players, or maybe folks that haven't really thought about this, you can reduce your TS, and one of the areas to reduce it to is about 2,700 total stat. So around 2,700 total stat is like sort of a sweet spot. So what you'll really do is you'll equip gear that has less TS, or you'll keep a second piece of the same set that has less stat, right? And then you won't upgrade it. Like, look at these are not upgraded pieces. And the point is that I can get my TS low enough. And the goal for me really is to have auto wins, but still have 1,500 points. So the point is max point is 1,500, right? So you want to have 1,500 points, but then easy wins, and you want them to be fast, so you can just grind it out. So hopefully that's helpful. Gold coin. Hey, what's up, Feezy? Yes, those are 3 + 5 masters. The wall comm is +0. What we could do is bring in a +5 Wimbo so that they're not feeling lonely here. Now let's see if we have less deaths with Wimbo, right? Like, it's a pretty good test, Wallcom versus Wimbo in a 5v5. See if we definitely had like quite a few deaths, so let's see. We're gonna flip over to some Diablo 3 after we grind out some PvP. I definitely want to end up with a red pet. It's a weird shield pet, shield yourself pet. Kind of reminds me of the what do you call it? The gremlin pet. Whatever. What is it? I have it. Nerder. So yeah, heal self. For quite a bit, 994 to 1492. It reminds me a lot of Nerder. So it's interesting. At the same time though, it reminds me of Beans a little bit, like just a much higher shield on Beans. So I don't know. I'm interested in it, but at the same time, I don't plan to tank all the time. So I don't really feel like I want to push for rank 1 or 2. We'll definitely get into the top like 250 though. Definitely want to end up with a red. The set that I think it's going to mix nicely with, and what I think it's going to be really cool for, is bait, and it's going to be good for bait with the Nightwalker set. If you look, you've got a on the 4 set bonus is 15% damage reduction while shielded. So I think the meta for bait is going to be a 4-piece Nightwalker and a 2-piece Taldrith. So you'd run Taldrith with probably head and body tier 8, right? And you'll get the 2-piece set for 3% deflect. And you'll run the 4-piece Nightwalker, and you'll run that epic pet, and you'll get a 30% chance to shield yourself. So I think that's going to be the meta for bait. I think that's like super bait, to be a master bait, to be honest, but we'll see how it plays out. When I play tank, I prefer to be I prefer to be all Alpha Strike. Like, I would prefer for you to think you're coming in where I'm going to be healing myself, and I'm just going to be dropping bombs on you when you hit me. So I'd rather come in with 4 +5 Weembos, or excuse me, 4 +5 Masters with an attack pet and just wreck. Like, no healing, no shielding, let's just wreck stuff. We got about 120 tickets left, and looks like we might break into the top 250 with that, but we might push a little bit. Overwhelming force. I like the term. The best defense is a strong offense, and you know, overwhelming violence. If you study Krav Maga or any of the martial arts where you're dealing with life and death situations, life and death situations are generally handled with overwhelming violence really quickly. So fast, overwhelming violence. So I kind of like that play style when, in regards to tanks and whatever. And I find that, like, when you go like paintball or airsoft or whatever, overwhelming violence usually means taking out the weakest and strike the weakest, get rid of the weaks, and then take the strongest. You know, fighting, like, take out the mages and then fight the tank with no mages, right? That's kind of my leave the tank for last, because what's the tank gonna do except stand and look stupid? So that's kind of my approach. So that's why I really like attack weakest in this game and all other games. Let's get rid of those squishy mages and then wreck the tank while he stands there by himself. What's up, Wise Kid? Good to see you, buddy. Okay, we broke into the top 50. It means we get to take a break and play some Diablo. And once I do an updated PC, we'll play some World of Tanks too. My current PC is kind of weak. I need to do an update. I've got a really ridiculously good Core i7 Extreme processor sitting here, but it's just staring at me in the face. For anybody that cares about computers, if you want to look it up, it's the i7 6950X. It's a pretty ridiculous processor. And it's just staring at me. I need to get the motherboard. It's been hanging out for a while. It's been hanging out for a while, staring at me, because I've been holding off. So it's a little bit older. It's an older processor, but it is ridiculously strong. Like 25 meg cache is ridiculous. It's on an older socket, the LGA 2011 socket, but it's still, as far as brute Force, that's probably one of the best 10 core, 20 thread, 25 meg cache processor. It's a freaking monster. Like it would be a monster for running a server. So it's gonna handle games for you guys pretty well. So hopefully you'll stick around, and if you care about computer builds, I can also link some of that stuff. Yeah, we'll do that. You know what we're gonna do? Once we burn the last of our PvP tickets, we're going to do some duels, and my favorite, I'm gonna pick my favorite duel, and my favorite duel is gonna win a friend slot, and then we'll switch over to some Diablo after that. And actually, I'll probably save these 55 tickets for next week. I don't really want to push any further, to be honest. There's a lot of hours left in the day. Maybe we'll do a couple more runs. I just want to make sure I end up with the epic pet, but I don't really want to push everyone out either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Optech, if you like PC builds, I need to build a system around that processor. And I would really like the bus speed and everything to be optimized for the processor. So I'd like, you know, the motherboard's going to be kind of pricey. The decent motherboards I was looking at were around $500 for that processor. But I want the bus speed to be optimized. I want the everything to be optimized for the processor to the video card. And I honestly want to wait for the latest NVIDIA. I know NVIDIA is going to be releasing a new video card soon, but I'll probably just end up getting like a 1080 Ti or something like that. You know what? I'm going to burn the rest of these tickets just to make sure we can go play Diablo and not have to worry about a bunch of people passing us for epic pet here. Gold coin. And when we switch to Diablo stream, I'm actually going to end the stream and start it up again. So you'll need to refresh. It's so that we can get an updated video title. So we can get into some PC builds if people are actually interested. That's a good question, Avid. Both Fortnite and PUBG, those are going to be highly video card dependent rigs. So, you know, this is a tip for anybody trying to buy a PC. First of all, just don't buy a computer, buy a console if you can. But I don't think PUBG is on consoles right now. Personally, I would tell you straight up, avoid PC gaming. And why? Number one, PC gaming is much more expensive. You're going to spend $1,500 to $2,000 on a good gaming rig. You got to buy, you know, your monitors, your keyboard, all that stuff. Now, versus a console, it's going to have less performance. But the price, you can't beat that price of entry. And you've got a dedicated controller, you've got dedicated headsets, gaming systems. It'll run on any TV. There's a lot less hackers on console. Like if you want to play competitive gaming, I would highly suggest console versus PC. You're going to run into a lot less hackers with aim bots and shit like that, because consoles don't play. Especially Xbox does not play. They ban anybody hacking super quick. Now, if you've got cash and you want to build a PC, you can definitely build something in the 1500 range for sure. Okay, so this is our last run of the day against Aileron. Hey, yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point, Jose. Like, if you're in college and you also need a computer, yeah, buying a console and a computer, that's kind of ridiculous. You're better off just buying a decent PC. Nice. Okay, so we're ending at rank 68, which puts us firmly in the range to pick up the Rendar shield pet. I love that the amount is the same and the percent goes up. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna open myself up to some duels, and you're gonna duel my PvP setup, which is about 2600 TS right now. So my favorite duel, win or lose, doesn't matter. Favorite duel is gonna win a friend request. What's up, Willie? The Berserkin Bear. Justin Axe. You know what I'm gonna start doing is how can I get quickie screenshots of this? Ooh, Synox is pulling off quite a bit here. Good job, Synox. John Walls. Willie Waffles. What's up, buddy? I love this unicorn, man. Real life Kira and Ava would love this unicorn. I don't know, Willie. This is an unlimited budget 2600 TS tank team, so I don't know. putting in work. I didn't pay attention to the name. Who is this? This is a good fight. So far, I think Synox is my favorite. Hey, one rule of the duels, gotta, let's use auto, okay guys? Or make it quick at least. What song is this? This is Ticket. Okay, Muya. Free Candy. What a great name. What a great name. Free Candy. So right now it's between Synox and Free Candy. Jake the dog. Pyro. What's up, brother? I'm expecting to get wrecked. I'm only at 2600, so. Pyro's a monster when he's fully geared. Justin Axe. Ooh, he took one out. Justin, good job, buddy. Spectrums, what's up, brother? Good to see you. What's Feezy got? Hey, keep in mind, guys, I'm only at 2600 TS, so if you really want to spank me, someone just needs to come in with like 4000 TS. Not saying SSS1 or anything. Vladimir Putin. Hey, we're gonna play some Diablo 3 here in a second. So far, I'm gonna pick Free Candy. Unless Synox, do you really need me on your team? Hey, Flavor of the Month is a great clan, great guild. Yeah, Wookie would wreck me at full TS. Okay, let's look at my build so that you guys can pick how you want to come at me. So right now I'm running Oblit, T8 Oblit, but it's not updated. And my total stats right now is 2620. I'm running a pet that's going to hit the entire team when you hit me or turn, whatever. And I'm running damage reduce. Everything's damage reduce. A little bit of absorb. Wise Kid 89. Hey Barry, cheers. Appreciate it. It's looking bad for Kiraz. I don't even know who this was. Kiraz defeated. I guess we could use the Sub-Zero finish him sound. That was Wise Kid, right? Yeah, good job, Wise Kid. Black 44. Elancy. Avid. Oh, here comes Avid. That thumb smashing is paid off, bud. Ooh, nice absorb. A nice fam mix, dude. You got a really nice fam mix going on here. I don't know that I'm going to be able to break that. That's a lot of heals. Yeah, Avid, you're going to pull out the win here, I think. I have 0 heals anywhere except for Wimbo. One master is down. And Kiraz is down. Uh-oh. There's no way. It's GG right here. Good job, Avid. Hey, I put up a pretty good fight. Considering there's about 400 TS difference. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Isn't that a sound here? Oh man, Badaraz. Hey, Synox got in again. Badoraz, poor Badoraz got banned. But he'll always live on in his sound. Nice job, Synox. Yeah, aesthetic. That just comes from always running a gold pot, a minor gold, and I just always run a minor gold pot no matter what. And I just run a lot of content. I'm always getting like the raid shards and stuff, so I just run a lot of content and always run the minor no matter what. It pays for itself if you run whatever. You can get them on sale for what, 1700 or whatever. It's the ones you buy with gold, so yeah, 2.62. Anjits. I know you've really been working on your fams too, Wooks. I'm pretty far behind in the +5 fam game right now. The latest mythic fams. I just don't have the I just don't have it in me to go farm R1 for bullies right now. Or 3. God, I don't even remember where bully drops. The Berserkin Bear. Yeah, especially when I still need a bunch of T8 gear upgraded, right? Like Yuck! YUUK. Evil noob. Yes, these masters are +5. And so is the Weembo. There's some videos where we make them live. We make 7 masters and 7 Weembos live. If you want to go into the videos. And then we play around with some PvP to test. Alright, we're gonna do a Gatto. Let's go. Oh, I can't even, because I've got too many challenges, but so it's first come, first serve here. Baddies. Baddies are OP, man. I've got like 300 baddies, I think. Here, we're gonna change our team. Oh, it's Wook! It's the A Wookie.
It's not wise to upset a Wookie.
Uh-oh, Weembo down. That's not looking good for me. Next come Kiraz. Come on, come on. Uh-oh. Master down. Wooks is down. Whoa, wicked close, man. This is a good fight. I love equal TS fights. So good. So good, Wooks. Alright, well, my two favorites. Free candy was one. Enjoy the ad. And Synoxy was another one. Enjoy the ad, guys. Enjoy the ad. So guess what we're gonna do? We are gonna play some Diablo 3. So let me give you a little sneak peek of some Diablo 3 before I switch over there. So give me a sec, because I actually need to turn on my other monitors. Give me 1 second. Let's go to switch hero screen. I've got two dead level 70 hardcore crusaders playing my current hardcore seasonal. Okay. How's the audio? I think the music might be a little loud, to be honest, but let's see. Yeah, coins still matter. Definitely still matter. So we're gonna kick up a Torment 6 game so that we can power level some peeps. So the thing with hardcore that you got to know is that when you die in the game, your current gear set dies, but you still have your stash. So and I have graphics turned all the way down because this PC is kind of bad right now. So keep that in mind as we play here. But the things that, and this is mainly, I'm going to give you a quick overview of Diablo 3 for Bit Heroes players. So the main compare and contrast to, I would say, Bit Heroes is that you have a lot more gear combinations. Each time you get a piece of gear, it rolls with different stats. So as an example, you can see the illusionary boots that I have equipped versus the Akon boots over there. You notice the strength roll on the illusionary boots is 423, and the strength roll on the Akon boots is 430. Well, what I can do with these, every time one of these items gets identified, meaning it drops in the game, you pick it up and you identify it, the stats all roll. So imagine if the mythics in Bit Heroes could roll with different stats. So that's kind of what it is. And for those of you that haven't played Diablo 3 lately, there's some changes, including Kanai's Cube. Kanai's Cube lets you pick 3 legendary stats that you want to roll with all the time. And it lets you do a bunch of cool things like upgrade legendaries and whatever. So there's a lot more gear possibilities, including Kanai's Cube in the mix. The other thing that was added was the artisan, what do you call her? Not enchantress. Anyway, the ability to enchant and transmogrify gear, make your gear look different. Enchanting Gear lets you change a stat. So you'll notice that, for example, on this Akon's Addendum, I've re-rolled one of the stats, and once you pick, notice the stat has a recycle sign next to it when I hover it over on my equipment side. Once you re-roll a stat, it's stuck to that stat, and you always have to then re-roll the stat. Now, if you notice when I pick the stat, there's some materials required down below that you use, and gold that you use. Now, none of these materials can be purchased. There's no buying in Diablo 3. The only thing that you buy in Diablo 3 is the game license. Once you buy the game, that's it. So it's all grind, play and grind or whatever. So the replacing the property, when I roll this property, let me roll one really fast and see if I can get a reduced cooldown to 10. Notice that a couple of the other properties from this list roll, and you're basically gambling on your rolls. Now, the highest roll of cooldown of skills is 10, and each time I roll, I'm consuming some of my stats and some of my money, some of my materials and some of my money. So I just want to roll it a couple more times, and notice reduced cooldown of 8 pops. I'm just going to stay with 9, but that gives you an idea. So now, the gear, again, is highly customizable. So, as an example, on each piece of gear, you're looking to optimize a few things. One of the things you want to optimize is your resistances. So, in the game, armor and resistances, physical, cold, fire, lightning, poison, arcane, these are the things that are going to be hitting you from the monsters, the enemies in the game as you play it. Now, playing as hardcore, when we die, the character is deleted, and you get to make a new character. So resistances and your life pool are super important. So one of the things I want to look at here is a couple of the things that I could re-roll on this particular Vigilante belt. Vigilante belt's good because it has a reduced cooldown of all skills. It's the only belt that has a reduced cooldown of skills on the belt, and we're trying to keep around 56% cooldown reduction. So I'm going to, this could get up to 8%, but I really don't need that justice damage. I really do want either life per second or life in total. So what I'm really trying to look at right now is replacing this justice damage with something that's actually usable. Now, the other option would be I could go after the higher roll of the 8% cooldown, which, to be honest, 5 is fine with this current roll. I'd rather get 15% life. I'm trying to push my life up right now. So we'll go ahead and replace that justice damage. And a really good property is the life per second. Rolling a bunch of life per second is really great. But I'm gonna keep going after. I want to get the 15% life. I want a big life pool, and I want high resists on that life pool. So there's a 12% life. We're gonna keep rolling until we get 14 or 15. Now notice what's happening each time I select a stat to roll and then roll it again. The price per roll goes up, and I'm using these death breaths. Notice I've only got 205, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to pick up at least a 14% life, but at the same time, this is a new set of gear for me because I died a couple days ago, so I need to roll a few more pieces, and I don't want to use all my death breath on these rolls. Bam! 15% life. Okay, so that 15% life is the highest roll you could have. Now, notice both vitality and percent life increase your pool. So this has 615 vite and 15% life. Now notice this red ball over here, that's my life ball, and notice my health is at 580,000. If I take off the belt, it drops to 442,000. So, you know, that's just the belt added a significant block of health. So the goal in hardcore is to have a really great balance between survivability, which means how much health and resist, defense, healing you have, and damage, which is how much actually damage you can do. So you'll notice that I try to get resistance to all elements on all the pieces of gear. That's pretty important. I try to have cooldown reduce. You need to have 56% cooldown reduce in order to be able to continually cast Akarat's Champion with this particular build. So anyway, I find this game pretty damn fascinating when it comes to all the different possibilities behind gear and the rolls. So there's a few different pieces of gear here that I haven't rolled any stats on yet because I was really waiting until I had some more death breaths. So this potentially has up to an 8%, and we're only at 500,000. So let's try and get a reduced cooldown of 8. That'll kick us to a 56% reduced cooldown. And feel free to ask any questions you want. I'll try to answer them the best I can. Now, I haven't played Diablo 3 for about 6 years. It came out about 5 years ago. The enhancements to it are really damn good though. So it's keeping my attention for right now anyway. And we're up to about 1 million a roll in gold. I'd rather not keep rolling. I'm gonna roll it until I see cooldown again, and then we'll stop. 1.2 million cost right now. Gold is pretty easy to come by. Let's see, cooldown of 6, so we'll skip it. Okay, off to the next piece. And what I'm trying to do is just optimize a couple pieces of gear, and then we're actually going to get into some gameplay. So this piece had punish damage on it, and I'm trying to roll a higher vite roll. Vite rolls to 500 on pants, so I'd like to try to get, you know, 480s, 490s. We've hit it pretty quick. We're pretty high up. We're pretty limited on death breaths too right now, which we get from running content. Pretty happy with 488. I'm gonna see if I can hit a higher roll here. No, oh, 492. That's good. We'll roll with that. So notice we're now at 645 health. I'm going to take off the pants. We're at 580, and now we put on 492 Vite, and what do? We jump up to 645k health. We really want to break over a million health. The other weakness that I have on my current gear, you'll notice when I'm pumping Condemn pretty hard. Let me adjust our sound here. I'm gonna turn the music off. Actually, you know what? Let's stop our YouTube music. Let's kick up our volume. So notice what I want to be able to do with this current build that I'm running right now. I want to be able to spam my skills and have enough Wraith. See? Wraith is low. So I'm running out of the ability to cast. So there are two pieces of gear that have the ability to have Wraith on them. And one of them is the shield, and then the other one is the weapon, the two-handed flail. So notice that this flail right here has a Wraith regen of 4 per second, right? So what I'm going to do right now is equip that Wraith regen of 4, and then I'm going to run the skills the same way I'd be playing right now. So this is identically to how I'd be playing. And notice that 4 Wraith regen a second is ridiculous. It's keeping me full. I can't even use all the Wraith. And I'm spamming Condemn. And Condemn, this skill over here, is my main DPS skill. I'm going to run around casting Condemn the entire time. So we're still getting a little bit low. Condemn takes 40. So notice that there's spots where I don't have 40, which is an issue. So in the perfect world, and notice I also have an Akarat's Champion cooldown issue. So this build, I basically always want to have Akarat's Champion live. So really what I'm going to need to do is increase my cooldown to 56% in order to really run this right. So let me look at a couple things that I could do to try and increase cooldown. Gem slot, Vite, Condemn damage. Yeah, I don't really want to touch anything there. Vite and Condemn damage is body and shield is one of the only places you can get Condemn. I could roll a higher cooldown on the shield. Cooldown on shield is ridiculously annoying to roll though. I could also roll I could also roll a cooldown on the weapon. Let's see what combos I have. I've got a Wraith oh man, that's a nice one. I got a Wraith regen and a Vite here. I could roll off the Vite. Nah, I'll leave that one. That's my highest damage. I'll roll a 10% damage roll on that one. And I think I'll roll off the chance to deal 24% area damage, which is actually really good. It's the highest roll. But again, there's always trade-offs, right? And here's the thing. I've got multiple of these, and they all have different stats. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, even this has a cooldown of 9. And this 20 max Wraith is really good. I think we'll mess. So what we're trying to do is figure out what to roll so that we get a Wraith regen. Damn, that's a high roll. What is this? Oh, it's 6% damage. So we're looking for a cooldown and a Wraith regen. In a high damage weapon. Why don't we roll this one? So I don't know that I have, yeah, and I don't. There's a ability to add a socket. Notice how there's an empty socket, and the socket, the gem that I have socketed is a emerald, and that provides critical hit damage. We don't want to lose that socket. Maybe we do need the music, huh? Let's just turn the volume way down. So I guess the question is, let's roll this area damage. Oh, that's rolled into cooldown already. Yeah, so we're gonna roll this Akarat's Addendum into a cooldown stat. So we're gonna add cooldown to this one, and I'll show you what that looks like, and then you're gonna see some gameplay here in a second. So our current goal right now is to take this 24 area damage, which is actually the highest roll. It's kind of sad to lose it. And we're going to make it cooldown. So notice that the possible rolls are over here, and we just rolled a 7 cooldown. What we're looking for is 10. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be a little bit hard to get a 10, but let's go for it. And then notice each time I do, it's consuming a death breath and some gold. Our goal is to end up with cooldown 10% and Wraith regen 4. That's going to basically give us perfect cooldown and perfect Wraith. Wrath regen. Okay, there's a cooldown 8. Goes to 10, so we just got to keep rolling. 9. That was a 10% damage roll too. That was a nice one. Yeah, we're already up to 1,000,000 a roll. Let's see if we can get that magic cooldown 10. Honestly, cooldown 9 is great, but let's try for the 10. There's a 7. Let's see what this does to our cooldown. We're looking for a 56% cooldown, and we're almost there. And now we've got a Wraith regen. So notice the weapon that we just upgraded is on the left. It's equipped. So we've got a cooldown of 9 and a Wraith regen of 4. So we're looking good. I want to keep going and try. We're going to try and get the 10. Bam! There it is. Cooldown of skills 10. So now notice we've got a clean 56%. What we're going to do here is unsocket the gem so that we can reuse it. So we went over to the gem dude and pulled the gem out, and now we're going to put it in. So notice when we put this gem in, we now gain a critical hit damage increase to 130%. So that's really the best weapon gem. And then we're going to go change the look of our character. So I've got a specific look that I like on there that I'm rolling right now, but there's one of the things that was added in one of the recent patches was the transmogrify. So notice here's my current character. I don't really like this floppy thing going on. I kind of like this chain, but my favorite right here, which matches my shoulder armor and the shield, is this double. I mean, this thing looks disgusting. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near my character in regards to getting hit with those spikes. Holy smokes. Or getting shield bashed with that shield. Oh, that's cool. All right, so anyway, it's a little bit of gold to transmogrify, and then notice what happens to the weapon. You see that little purple swirl. So we just now applied this look. And what's kind of cool is as you play, you'll notice that you get, as you find new items in the game, you're going to get new transmogrify. So you can change your weapon to look like anything else you found. Very similar to Bit Heroes in that way, in that style. But this is the style, this is my fully picked style. That's what I'm rolling right now. Like a spiky damage dealer. Okay, so sadly we don't get to pick, when you have Akarat's Champion running, you don't get to pick that style, and it gives you this weird sort of blizzardy marine Warcraft looking. Not a fan of it, but anyway, it's what we got. So now what we're looking for an Akarat's Champion. Notice that we never want to lose Akarat's Champion. Now notice this little bar right here is slowly going down. At the same time, our cooldown is going down. I'm constantly casting Condemn because that's how we're going to play. And then notice I want that Akarat's Champion. Notice I cannot, there we go, bam. I cannot not have Akarat's Champion live. Up, it's got to be up. So we need as much cooldown as we could possibly get. Notice what happens to your stats, and here's one of the cool things about the game is they give you a very detailed stat list of exactly what's going on. Now notice what happens to my armor. My armor when Akarat's Champion goes down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. Notice I'm at 18,000 armor, and I'm gonna put Akarat's Champion on. Notice I'm at 41,000 armor, which basically reduces damage from enemies by 92%. Super important. Now notice when I run Laws of Justice, it jumps up to 60,000 armor. So the two combined gives me a really good survivability, and then the Condemn gives me really good damage. Consecration is basically puts down a healing area with this particular rune, so I can run around in my consecration and do damage. Alright, so let's jump into some gameplay. We're playing right now at Torment 6. Torment 8 is the highest difficulty, right? Is that right? Let's leave game. We can go at the highest difficulty. I think it's 8, right? Or is it 13? 6 is the highest you can go before you're 70. 6 is pretty low, to be honest. Yeah, it goes to Torment 13. We'll run at 6 right now just because I know I'm not going to die due to lag and whatever. So again, hardcore means character dies. All the gear, those rolls you see, they're gone when I die. So dying's a big deal in hardcore. So, but it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. I don't know if you guys have ever played EVE Online, but playing EVE Online, when you die in your ship, when your ship is blown up, you need to go back and get another ship. So I treat my stash just like my ship bay. I've got all these gear pieces and whatever good to go if I die, right? So all I'm doing is hunting gear and grinding. Let me I'm gonna actually change my gems as well. Now you'll notice there's some legendary gems that can give you speed. What I'm gonna equip is 2 gems. One is Wreath of Lightning in the rings. Wreath of Lightning gives you you have 15% chance to shoot lightning everywhere as you run around, right? and it hits for weapon damage. And then it also gives you a 25% movement speed increase. And then Boon of Hoarder, 62% chance to cause an explosion of gold. Pretty cool. So, and then when you pick up gold, you get a 25% movement boost. The other thing that I could do is a belt that gives another 25%. So what we're gonna do is head over to the gem dude and unsocket. We're gonna remove our DPS and our damage mitigation gems, and then put in these speed gems. And then we're gonna go over here and save this as a gear profile. Notice when I click the armory, I can actually save gear profiles. So I'm calling this one speed. And then you always want to make sure when you're playing hardcore that you're not carrying any gear that you don't mind losing, because if you die, these are gone, these pieces. So I try to put any gear I care about back in the mix. Okay, so we're gonna run Nephilium Rift. Yeah, this is Diablo 3. So this came out roughly 5 years ago, and I played it super hard 5 years ago. And there's been a bunch of patches since then, and I just recently found it. So one of the things I'm after in these rifts is these death breaths. Notice that these drop when you kill monsters. And then notice what I'm doing here is like I'm constantly running these skills. I can actually change. I should actually make one more skills change here in a second, which will give me more speed. Now, see the Wreath of Lightning? That's that white stuff shooting out everywhere. And notice that the gold is dropping constantly when I'm hitting enemies. That's coming from the Boon of the Hoarder. So I'm going to hit town really fast because it's not safe in hardcore to go to menu. So I want to change one of the skills, and I'm going to show you another skill choice. Laws of Justice basically gives you a really ridiculous boost to your defense and to your armor, and Immovable Objects gives you an armor boost to your allies. I'm going to change it to Laws of Hope, Wings of Angel. Laws of Hope basically gives you a shield, but I don't care about that. I care about the Wings of Angel, which gives you speed boost. So you'll see when I pop Laws of Hope now, we're gonna go even faster. And my goal right now with this run is these aren't what's called pushing runs. Pushing means it's set at a difficulty level where you could die. Well, I mean you could die anywhere, but a difficulty level where you could easily die. So notice my speed is like ridiculous now, and that's what I'm after. I'm after that crazy speed, and I'm looking for quick clears. I'm looking to kill stuff as quick as possible. Now notice there's some things about Diablo where you've got to pick up stuff off the ground. So notice there's this little pet, and the pet is under the collection menu. Now there's nothing that you can really purchase in the game. There are like the deluxe edition where you can like unlock an additional pet or whatever. The pet does nothing for you other than picks up gold, and it's a little stylish thing. So this is a battleship from StarCraft, their other Blizzard game. So now you get to see some gameplay. Now notice for me, that's an explosion on the ground. I want to avoid those at all costs. Those will kill your character. I'm just looking for speed. And honestly, I could get rid of Consecration, because I'm never really going to be trying to heal myself. I could probably just stop casting it, although I have a... I'm kind of in button mash mode in this game. Definitely a lot of activity, you know. And I'm still having Wrath issues, man. What is going on? I need more Wrath regen. Shockingly. Crazy. Now there's also some pants. They're called tells or hexes, whatever. And the pants reduce as when you're moving, reduce your resource consumption. So, hey, Alapap. So I may need to do something with the build. My build's still a little off. What I want to be able to do is cast Condemn continuously the entire time I'm running around. So, and you'll notice that's that blast, that pop pop blast that's hitting the ground as I'm running. Now you notice I am a little bit overpowered for this area, so the monsters are just popping like super quick. Come on. Yeah, my Wrath is really low. I did equip that weapon, didn't I? Yeah, 4 regen a second. What is going on? But you can tell, like, in the game, you can feel, like, your build feels off. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing and you can actually tell something's wrong. So it's a very, like, once you put in a lot of hours, you can feel when your build is right and when it's off. So, how's the audio volume? My speech versus the... Okay, so here's the Rift Guardian. Now normally when you're pushing, those are hard to kill, but I'm doing a lower level to just farm right now. Oh, and there's a goblin. Those are always fun to kill because goblins drop a ton of loot. Yeah, he drops all these gems right here, which we use the gems to augment gear. Now, there's something I'm thinking about in my head right now, which is I'm wearing illusory boots. These boots allow me to walk unimpeded through enemies. However, I'm also using Laws of Hope, which allows me to do the same thing. So I could probably make a change to the boots and make another change to another piece of gear, because the boots would allow me to remove off a set piece. And that would maybe give me a little bit of a boost to cooldown, maybe. I'm thinking about what tweak I could make there. But again, once I make all these tweaks, I can save them to the in the armory. Now, if anybody on the stream is interested, I'd be more than happy to PL one of your hardcore. If you make a hardcore seasonal character, I'd be happy to give you a PL to level 70. And you notice that I'm in there's a little chat going on called HC Power Leveling, which is a community of people. And the whole point is that you being level 70 doesn't mean anything. That's just the start of the game. So the goal of the power level is to just get you to 70 so that you can then move on to the end game content. So when you lose your life in the hardcore game, you're not redoing your character again from 1 to 70. You're actually just redoing you're just losing your gear. You get to 70 within a few minutes. It's really fast, the power levels. A lot of action. One of the things that I would like them to do is make Death Breath auto pickup. Like I would like an auto pickup menu where I could pick like item quality stuff that gets auto picked up. So this is a very, very, very active game versus Bit Heroes. So I'm gonna. How about we get somebody on the stream who's never played Diablo before to install Diablo and to make a character in Hardcore NA West, and we'll do a power level live on stream. And take you through a couple things. Now it'd probably be best to roll Crusader, because then you can leech gear off of me. I can actually... You cannot trade gear in the game, but if you're in the game together as you play, I can drop gear that I find. I love this speed build. What do you guys think about this? It's so enjoyable to play. I'm going super fast. I've got AoE damage everywhere. Just running around, just wrecking stuff. It's so fun. Gold's dropping everywhere. You'd be surprised, on the lowest graphics setting, pretty much any computer can play this. I'm playing on completely the lowest graphics. If you have a good computer, your graphics are going to be much better than this. Oh man, I'm leaving a ton of death breaths behind. Whoops. Those death breaths are the things that we need to do our upgrades. Whoops. Yeah, I'm on PC right now, so anybody that wanted to do that would need to be on PC. Okay, so notice that big gold. Notice on the map there's a star, right? And then notice that there's a big gold shining light. Well, that's to call your attention to a special item that dropped, and that's a legendary item. So let's go ahead and pick this legendary item up. Now, notice when I pick up a legendary item or a set item, it has a big question mark on it because what I need to do is identify it. So I'm gonna go ahead and right click it, and notice it takes a little time to identify. And once it's identified, that's when the stat rolls happen. And this is kind of the magic of the game, and a lot of the fun of it is finding just that right stat roll that you're after, or that piece that you're after. Now, I don't particularly care for the Butcher Sickle. It doesn't work with my build that I'm after, but anyway, just that gives you an idea of what happens. Now, the strength rolls, the Vite rolls, the life after each kill rolls, and if I hold control, you can see the ranges of what could roll. Now, if I hold control, you can see that the strength roll could be anywhere from 626 to 750. Same thing with Vite, the life after each kill. And then notice the chance to drag enemies to you when attacking, 20 to 25%. That is another role. So kind of like one of the interesting things is like the stats that come and roll as you're collecting and as you're doing your different builds. So let's take a quickie look at the map on tab key, figure out where the heck we're going. Now the interesting thing about the Rift is it goes forever until you kill the Rift boss, which we already did, kill the Rift boss, but we could just keep going and going and going, and you get a new map each time. Okay, so that rift is closed. I'm gonna hit the restroom and restart the stream with a different title. Refresh the stream here in a second. Be right back. Okay, we got a message of some form. Oh, Pyro added me. What's up, Pyro? Okay, I'm gonna stop stream, so you guys are gonna need to refresh